know, I'm getting ready to say that's a mouse in the house. You did your garden. Henderson.
Yep. There goes Bogavats.
Oh, good pass.
Wilson up strong and one. First bucket for.
Speed of Henderson is impressive.
Yep,
He's increased his acceleration here by 8%.
Look at you.
Whoa!
Get number advantage at the rim. 2-on-1.
Wilson with the right hand turns and scores. Wilson, and here he goes. Wilson leads the charge. Crosses over into traffic, put it up and scores.
Try to be as physical as possible with him.
One of the nation's best defensive players, Brown. Second year with Duke after a couple of years at Syracuse. Tough shot in the corner, but he hits it. This is Kyan Evans, the transfer from Colorado State, who was the starter until a couple of weeks ago, now coming off the bench. Oh, look at that move by Wilson.
Tremendous catch by Patrick Gungba.
Wilson with Boozer on him. They know each other well. Again, AAU teammates in the summer of 24. Contested to the paint. Now back out to Evans with 10 on the shot clock. Wilson for three.
What Duke has done best is keep North Carolina out of transition. It's been mostly a half-court game, and that's advantage Duke.
Stevenson to Wilson. The pull-up from 17 has he. The story we relayed in the first half. Hubert Davis likes his team's offense, but talked about defense, rebounding, toughness. First half for a very good player, having a big season for the Heels. Wilson drives and hits again.
Defense on the ball has been excellent.
Wilson, it'll go up and down.
Starting five, Derek Dixon, Jaden Young, Seth Trimble, Caleb Wilson, Henry Vassar as well, a guy that can stretch out the floor.
The break for North Carolina coming in at 14. Vassar, yep, it's Wilson. He gets position and lays it in.
Davis's message to his team is simple. Syracuse is worthy of our focus.
Halftime at Chapel Hill. Vassar slots that one away. Triggers to Wilson on a spin, waits, and on the reverse lays it. It'd be 3 years in a row. That's every season he has been at the helm for Syracuse. And a loss tonight would leave them at 13-10 and 2 under 500 in league play. And a quick Vassar going right to Wilson. Looking for another quick strike. He beats everyone to the ball, backs it in. Vassar thought about it. Skip to the wing. Shot fake Bogavats. Dixon. Corner two, Wilson. Oh, it's a three. On the backdoor pass. Here's Wilson. Through traffic. Oh, my goodness.
Touching him. Like, why is he touching me?
They're trying to get it to Wilson, and here's the catch. Oh, my. Wilson into traffic. And one. Trouble. Now Jaden Young back on the floor. Here's Wilson against Kraft.
Nice one.
They're clearing it for him. Ball away. Got it. Evans. He'll lob it. Oh! A minute to go. Here's the outlet for Wilson. Taylor. Free throws. Georgia Tech cut it back to 18. And here's the inbounds pass. Wilson the catch. He's got Mustaf to beat. And the dunk.
Tech put together 2 or 3 possessions to get some stops. Otherwise, we're sharing buckets here at West.
Wilson the catch against Kraft. Fall away. It spins in. Point lead for North Carolina. Tarheels have been workmanlike here in the second half. 3D, because really there's no margin advantage here in the second half.
Oh, don't do that to him.
They can get Wilson or Vassar in foul trouble because the depth is not great for North Carolina on the front line.
How about this, Corey? Wilson hasn't taken a shot yet against Devin Tillis. Wilson will muscle this. And it's stripped away from White. Wilson running the floor. And the nation's done. They are 1 for 10. Here's Wilson. Facing up into Tillis. Leans in. And scores it. Came retired before last year. But recommitted to Ryan Odom. And, boy, where would they be without Chance Mallory? Wilson, high strip and steal. Ahead to Dixon against Hall. Dixon, Wilson, slam! the switch, and Jakari White is the 9th Virginia player to score. And then Wilson runs the... Here's Wilson operating against Onyensu. Scores it to the freshman Derek Dixon. Dixon guarded tightly by Dallin Hall. Over to Caleb Wilson. Wilson, long steps, off the backboard and good. Lost big man Kevin Jai to a knee injury for the season. There's a three area. Bessar off the slip, can't finish. Wilson can.
Couldn't do much about that. Was unable to show much resistance.
Wilson, no resistance to him. Into the paint. Rebound deflected to Wilson. Full steam ahead. Caleb Wilson takes on the Irish. And that is Notre Dame's second chance bucket of the game. Into Wilson.
Too late.
So an assist off the backboard is fourth. Uh-oh, he strips. Here comes the Thunder. Fast and loose hoops right now. Imes misses a three. Knocked to Wilson. Wilson.
This isn't a very experienced team, but the way that they're putting their execution into play here in the second half shows that they're learning.
Not being unselfish like he was Wednesday night.
Wilson to catch deep on Camden, scores.
Yeah, that's too decent.
Wilson.
Oh, good move.
Caleb in the dunk.
Oh my goodness. That time he saw.
Tremble. Back for Wilson. Baseline and a hammer.
They want to play up and down. They want to get this game into the mid-80s and into the 90s scoring-wise, and then Stanford wants to slow them down, take away their transition, make this a half-court game as best as possible.
Here is Caleb Wilson on a step back and the game's first point. The drive, slicing in, and Caleb Wilson with a follow slam. Filte underneath. And challenged by Vesar, blocks the shot, and Carolina comes away with it. Cameron Grant off the bench for Kyle Smith and Stanford. Here is Wilson. The rebound. Michael Jordan fouled out of that game in just 7 minutes and had only 4 points.
And never fouled out since.
Go to the bucket. Kyan Evans turns the corner. The lob. The finish by Wilson. Pass deflected, trying to force it to Buko Okori. Carolina running with Wilson. And he gets the shot to... That's what he's out there to do, is help space the floor and shoot.
I mean, he was wide open, and his eyes are facing you and I over here on the side of the floor.
I mean, kind of smirked and said, you'll see why. You'll see why
Wilson misses both free throws, and you don't come up with the basketball.
And now he forces a turnover. Look at Bogabats. Here is Wilson down low. And moves along the baseline. Caleb. What a fun game on the farm at Stanford tonight. Caleb Wilson. How about that move by the Tar Heels?
Watch Caleb Wilson on the early post-up.
They get it to him.
Again, they just let him catch too easy.
Wilson.
And that's what's
over Aiden Kemp.
Back rim miss. Stevenson the rebound, quick outlet. Here's Wilson around Calmes. Back rim miss. Wilson in the lane.
Lost it, and they scramble inside. Caleb somehow. Points averages just less than 4 for the Deeks. 9-point game. Dixon. Bessar tried out the double team. Whoa! Dixon right back at him. Couldn't finish. Wilson, another rebound and dunk. Dixon. Bessar tried to dump it to Wilson. Catch, layup. Little give and go there, and a miss to follow by.
I don't know if Andy Enfield had a few anxious moments while that one was in the air, but.
Oh my, how there it was, and Carolina back the other way, trailing by 6. Wilson working on Waters. Hang time. Oh my! And that was a guy that Hubert Davis told us before the game. He said, I am really, really high on Jaren Stevenson. We asked him, is there a guy, not named Wilson who dunks it home and even for Boopy Miller. And the lead swells to 7 for SMU.
SMU's at their best when they've got 5 guys in double figures.
We've seen some of the great comebacks in basketball.
Front court has been the line driver won't fall. Powell coming off the bench. A battle for a rebound. It's up and in. Down the lane. Flips it up. No. And it's Wilson to follow for 2. To date.
Yeah, oftentimes in the NBA, with only 3 seconds on the shot clock.
Bogovats in transition. Can't finish, but missed it. Layoff time for North Carolina. They were bound to be a little rusty.
Yeah, and again, they were playing so well before the 8-day break. I'm sure Hubert Davis didn't want to take that time away.
FSU within 1 on the road at Chapel Hill. North Carolina for only the 5th time wearing home blue uniforms. Downstairs, Wilson will not miss that one. Dixon, a lot of talent from the freshman. All around the logo, shot clock inside 10. Gets free, Wilson with the... So Dixon will set it up here. Bessar puts it to the deck, dumps it down for Wilson, another slam. We're near that kind of offensive production.
But it goes back to what Luke Louch told us earlier. Hey, if the other guys beat us, we're just going to lose. We just can't allow it to be Caleb Wilson and Bessar as Wilson continues to...
Stolen away by Caleb Wilson, and here he comes. Get it to go. Tarheels back the other way. Powell has numbers, throws it up to the rim.
Ball turnovers and playing in the open floor. They just haven't been able to get enough stops for that to be a consistent thing. Heads up. Coach Ron Hunter, obviously terrific down there in New Orleans.
Wilson to the... Got himself into trouble. Dixon took it away. Tarheels on the run. Dixon still with it. Puts it up. Inside for Coach Davis.
Anytime there's a Lee Schaffer and Doug Moe conversation happening, we're doing pretty well. Also, worth mentioning, phenomenal flat tops by those two in the bottom right hand.
Think of the time, late 50s, early 60s.
I mean, if only. Was that game? He was able to finish. Tybo Bailey's in his head a little bit. You get an open shot, just take it. Don't rush. Uh-oh.
Trimble gives it back. Wilson's not going to miss this.
1 or 2 guys have to get back collectively.
Yeah.
And then peel off.
ISO.
He loves that drop step baseline.
There is turns and fires out of the baseline.
Nice call out of the timeout.
Devin Mobley is stepping up his game. It's the biggest game of the year so far for Ohio State. He's shown up.
Like 16 of those this year.
Wilson trying to shake free. Off the window, got it.
He makes tough side.
14 for him.
Nobody helped.
There are games circled on the
There's
calendar.
that spin out he loves.
Wow, is that quick? Trimble through a lot of traffic. And the follow by Wilson.
And even though it was...
Let's take a look right there, 5 and 3.
It's not the MO of both teams. They're solid defensively, but they're not going to turn you over.
So that Horns look with a cross screen with the 4 and 5 guy. Oh, what a look.
That's Stevenson.
Well, they got numbers right now. Hold on.
Little finger roll.
I was expecting more.
Wilson in some traffic, one arms it, and got it back. And then a
You can make them play at a slower pace, Carolina. Yep. It is to your advantage. Nice pass. High low. They haven't. There you go. Just sniff a little bit. Nice footwork. How about that? Get the lingerie off the deck.
First thing you'll notice, Jay, this ETSU defense, one of the best in their league. They're long, they're athletic, and they're active.
Wilson knocks down the Evans, no good, but Caleb Wilson has the on.
When you play against Cam Morris, you have to stay on your feet. He loves 2 and 3 shot fakes at the end of his drive.
Wilson flies down the lane.
This is terrific pass.
Powell can't cash in. Wilson, the offensive rebound. With defense, the transition is going. Wilson with one hand. Bogovac still scoreless. Nice cross-court pass. Wilson. Shot clock ticks down to 5. Wilson does such a good job.
Estonia. Shot clock winding down on the Spartans and a miss. Vestar has the rebound. He had 18 points and 15 rebounds, a career high in the win against Georgetown. Wilson spinning on the base. Dixon. Young. Bogovac saves it, directs a little traffic, and loops it into Wilson. Everybody touches that basketball. Wilson. Conference 78-67. They attempted 30 free throws in that game and made 24 of them. Just one attempt so far. Vestar up top. Caleb Wilson. Speedy Tyler Smith. The basket, and the Spartans refuse to go away. Wilson on the cut. Vestar found him all the way across for the 3. Wilson grabs it. And for that miss from Powell. Bogovac, who's made 3 three-pointers in the game, as has Powell.
Especially the early part of this second half really gave them a lift offensively.
Wilson wants 3. He's got it.
All right. Who's rejected by Vestar. Warriors have a couple of great guards, Malik Mack and Lewis, preseason All Big East. Caleb Williams, Isaiah Abraham. Evans around and out for 3. There's Vestar. Wilson with a third.
Protect their guys in foul trouble. But the problem with the zone, it opens up opportunities on the offensive glass where North Carolina is so strong.
Wilson, nearly a turnover there. Vestar regains possession. Wilson will try to back down Mack with 8 inches of height, and Wilson strokes the jump.
Of protecting the paint.
46-43, the UNC lead. Evans, Bogovac, Wilson, back-to-back buckets.
That's really been the issue for Ed Cooley. They're trying to figure out who that 4th, 5th guy is going to be. They have pretty much strong production.
And as always, you can go to v.org. Every penny goes directly to cancer research for the V Foundation. Here's Wilson, who's got 13 rebounds for North Carolina and hits a...
Nice move to hit up a block from behind by Olway, but the return is up.
He's solid.
They say 21, he's no kid. Of course he's a kid at 21.
He's a grown man.
Yeah, he is a grown, playing against grown men. Dixon with a smooth feed downstairs. Wilson with the finish.
Crushes you, and he has to be an assistant coach because of an injury, and he can't play. I mean, he's that talented.
Wilson at the reset of the shot clock. What a sweet shot. Wilson draws a lot of attention.
He gets a third opportunity.
There's right that corner. Blocked by Wilson.
They play by Wilson defensively there. Took away the driving angle of Olway.
Wilson to the other end, off the bump, but just didn't hit.
That was
Wilson going to work. What a move. What a Caleb Wilson. By Fort, it's loose to Wilson. Here comes Caleb Wilson, the freshman.
The combination of Henry Besar and also Caleb Wilson, how they've been able to work together and gel so early in the season.
Oh, Wilson free and Bogovac. Wilson in traffic. Got it back. Back up and in. Both out there with Derek Dixon, Caleb Wilson, and Jonathan Powell.
Look at Besar to try to get something. Caleb is in the middle of the court.
There's Powell. Trying to post up Wilson, who's been stuck at 10 points for a while. Oh, not stuck anymore. Wilson right back at it. Inside, he gets it to roll home. The shot.
He's shooting 41% from 3 on the year.
Bonaventure shooting 38% from 3. Wilson ran into Brahovic. Give it Wilson. Derek Dixon on the floor for the first time for North Carolina. Feeds Wilson from the elbow. Yep. That's smooth. That's our T3. Rebel logo short. Wilson an offensive rebound. Springy and one.
Striation.
What's that?
It's rips in the muscle.
Oh, all right.
Evans. Looking for Wilson. The catch and flush. Great interest. This was emphasizing defense with us earlier today, as opposed to saying, yeah, he's shooting well, sure. Here's Wilson, another dunk. Another front rim miss. Here's Wilson on the run out. Through traffic. And of course, Vessar is from Estonia, and here's Caleb Wilson, who is from Genu Kim's first triple of the night, his 10th of the year. 3 in a row. He said, here, give it to him. 2. Luka to the rack. And Wilson follows that. But Nini through traffic, couldn't finish it. Vessar the rebound. Now Stevenson. Wilson. Stevenson for Wilson. Crowd's holding their breath now. Fall away. Yes, sir.
He said he's too little. He said he...
That's all. Wilson, the dunk follow.
Evans throws it. And kick from nearby Durham. Here in Chapel Hill taking on the Tar Heels. And here comes Caleb Wilson. Look out below. Wilson on the wing. Jonathan Powell has also come in, number 11 in white. Wilson off the hesitation.
The other night, I mean, he's filling it up.
That 38 is a program record in the Division I era. NC Central moved up to D1 in 2011. Up above the rim again. Up above the rim again. It's another assist by
Central away. And I think Central's done a nice job, Doug, of taking the air out of the basketball.
But Wilson is
skilled. Really good size and length. Good feel for the game.
6 points, 3 rebounds. He comes in averaging 16 points and 9.5 per
ball out front. Parker on front rim miss. And Wilson on the run. Bogovac back for Caleb Wilson.
Are you kidding me, Wes? Get the rebound.
Bogovac layup. Here in Chapel Hill tonight, both these teams were fighting the doldrums early. Wilson not fighting anything now. Derek Dixon running the offense. Bogovac. Wow.
With the time the last couple of years. And the long 3 won't go for Kyan Evans, but
for Dean Smith. Went to the Final Four in 1991. Dean Smith played for Fog Allen, after whom Allen Fieldhouse is named. And Fog Allen played for Dr. James Naismith, who invented the game.
That's as straight a line as you can draw. Season ago.
Much more confident, but again, he's always going to go back to that left hand. But Dunga plays above the rim, and when he sets a ball screen, he gets out of it really quickly with his mobility.
Wilson knocks it down.
I mean, again, Kansas doesn't get a piece of the paint at all. Just went around the perimeter, kind of settled for a challenge 3 in the corner.
Wilson, will he drive or try to back down White? Here he goes. Nice shot. Evans. Vessar, turnaround Wilson, tough shot. Great defensive play. Peterson, though, saved it right. Wilson shakes his man and gets it to go.
He just bumped back. Even if he played great defense, he's got better offense.
Turnaround Wilson. Man. Final minute of regulation, knocked away by Wilson.
And with the assist to Cole McCormick. They run their stuff, Central Arkansas, they're Princeton with really good pace.
Entry pass, and Wilson with his first two. Offline, the rebound by Vessar. Evans, another guy who can shoot at the lob instead for Caleb Wilson. Head coach when Shulman was at D2 Alabama, Huntsville. Caleb Wilson.
It forces those guys are.
Vessar, the offensive rebound. Wilson on the baseline, and the hammer. To Central Arkansas, his first phone call was to Cameron Hunter. Hunter decided to leave and to go to Wisconsin, but Shulman told him, hey, listen, we're Central Arkansas. What is that dunk number? Teams improve once league play starts. Oh, uh-oh.